session. I was waiting for a few more minutes so that everybody can comfortably join in. So I think we cannot wait further. If you can send messages to your colleagues to join quickly. And as you are aware, this session is to orient you about how to go about chapter 6 of class 10th book, CS Coders. And the chapter is about NLP. So today, between today and tomorrow, we will be seeing what are the contents of two chapters. Chapter number 6, which is NLP, and chapter number 7 is Python use AI using Python. So we'll be doing between today and tomorrow, and today we are doing NLP. So I'll soon share my screen and we will start what are the content of this chapter given in the book. So I'll be using the same portal that you are using, SuperTeacher's app, and there we will see the content together, and I will just share some notes that how can you deal this chapter in the class and what all is given so that you are comfortable when you take it to your class with your students. So I'll just share my screen. Here on my screen I have this app where I have signed in using my credentials as a teacher. I'm sure you have access to opencs.in. So once you go to opencs.in, you would have you would see your batch. So if I go back to this home screen, so I picked up this batch. If I select go, I'll come down to class 10th book, which is AI Superstar Grade 10. And then we are doing the 6th chapter, as I mentioned, concept of NLP. So before we take a deep dive into what are the chapter content and what is that we are going to deal with, I would like to set some context here. So I had this session with class 9th teachers. I'm not sure whether some of the teachers are common. So we had discussed that any AI powered machine has 3 domains. So what are those 3 domains? So agar kisi, like I'll just pull out a note document. So let me open an empty Word document and we will discuss a little bit here. So what is artificial intelligence and what is, and when do we say that a particular machine is a AI powered machine? So AI has to do with these 3 things. Any device, be it your smartwatch or your computers or laptops or smart TVs, if your device has these 3 capabilities. So CV is for computer vision. That means ability of a machine to see like human beings. And when I say see, it means, for example, when your laptop opens with your face, when your your biometric takes your attendance, when you give your retina scan, when you search images through a scanner. So it means computers have the ability to see, because when you are scanning the image of the tree, more images like that or more information from the internet is fetched basis that image. So that concept is called computer vision. So ability of machine to see, understand and perceive images is computer vision. Data is here, D, I have written D, it stands for decision and data. So it means ability of a machine to take human like decisions basis data. So what data helps machines with? Data brings in experience. So like we humans take decisions basis experience, same way when AI is fed with data, so machine scans that data and understand patterns. So after machine has understood patterns and it has derived some insights and conclusion, it takes decision. So for a human being, experience matters to take decision, to take good decisions. So the human wisdom is based on experiences and knowledge. Same way, artificial intelligence is based on the data on which the model is being trained. Because data brings that wisdom and experience and knowledge. Uh, is there somebody trying to say something? Uh, if it's by mistake, please keep yourself on mute. Okay. So I'll just see. Right. So we were discussing that any machine which has three of these features, which is computer vision, data, and NLP, is called as an AI powered machine. Now, here, what is NLP? NLP stands for natural language processing. It means ability of a machine to converse with a human being in a language that human understand. For example, when you talk to Siri, you do not talk in binary 0 and 1. We know that computer understand only binary 0 and 1, but still we code in Python, we code in Java, we code in C, C++. So computer teachers know that they are high level languages, but machine converts them into binary language before it starts to process it. In the same way, when you talk to Siri, when you talk to Cortana, so for example, I say, hey Cortana, can you tell me the weather of the day? So for example, this is my laptop, which is Windows power. On Windows, we have Cortana. Similarly, on Apple phones, you have Siri. So Cortana is the voice assistant here on Windows system, Windows operating system. Same way you have Google Assistant on Android phone. So all these are your um, NLP powered. You can say digital assistants, you can say chatbots, you can say your personal digital, intern to tell you whatever you ask for. So when we are doing this chapter, concepts of NLP, it is very important that we understand what is NLP. So NLP is ability of a machine to understand, listen, diagnose, instead of diagnose, I should use the word dissect, manipulate, interpret, and then take decision basis human language. So जैसे सपोज करिए इफ यू नो अ सर्टेन लैंग्वेज so there are four skills related to a particular language. So can somebody type in the chat window what are the four crucial language skills? So what are the four crucial language skills if you have heard about them? Anyone? What are the four crucial language skills? Okay, I'll give you some hint. So that's L, S, okay, listening, speaking, very good. So that's listening, speaking, reading, and comprehension. So four main skills are LSRCs: listening, speaking, reading, and comprehension. So for a human being to understand a language, you must be able to listen that language, understand what is being said, speak that language, read that language, and then comprehend if something is written in there. So in the same way, when we say that any AI powered machine, for example, if I'm talking to Siri, Siri is able to do listening also, is able to speak and answer to me also. If I ask Siri, can you read a ebook, read aloud for me on an Apple, app, so it can read aloud it for me. So it means it can read. If I upload any of my document to chat gpt and I say that can you give me the gist of this book or summary of this book, it means AI is able to comprehend that also. So all the four language skills, listening, speaking, reading, and comprehension, all of these, when for a human to have a command over language, these are important, and these same features are being replicated by an AI if we say that AI is capable of executing the feature of NLP. NLP stands for natural language processing, which means ability of a machine to understand, listen, speak, read, and comprehend a language like a human being. So that's power of a machine is called NLP. Now coming back to the chapter. So the chapter says that a concept of NLP. Please stop me if you feel I'm going very fast or if you feel you are not able to understand. Please put it in the chat.
Ma'am, you're on mute, ma'am. Please unmute.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So what I was trying to say that in 2021 there was a special campaign by Cadbury where they made an ad. So in that particular ad, that ad was played in multiple states and multiple geographical locations, and people realized that in that particular ad, the names of the local vendors were there. For example, if this ad was played in Hyderabad, then the name of a Hyderabad mobile seller would be there in the ad. But if this ad was, played in Mumbai, the name of Mumbai phone seller was there. So how did people do that? Abhi hum dekhte hain na, jaise there are many ads that comes to us on WhatsApp. They say that if you want to send these wishes in your personalized name, click here, change your name, change your message, and then it will generate a video where it will show that the video has your name and your photo. So we just upload photo, we just upload names. The same way this ad was there, and how NLP was used in this. So first let's watch that ad, what happened in that ad if you have not seen it before. So I'll just share that particular ad. So this was the concept which took social media on this thing, that everybody saw that particular ad. So I'll just play it.
Big brands have big money to hire famous people, but not the small guys. And they are the ones who are still hurting. Presenting Shah Rukh Khan, My Ad.
Welcome, Shah Rukh Khan!
He almost certainly has more devoted fans than any other movie star in the world.
Biggest movie star in...
Okay, I'll just close Gemini and then I'll play again. I hope now it would be visible.
Big businesses and brands that suffered during the pandemic found their way back, but the smaller stores. And they are the ones who are still hurting. Presenting Shah Rukh Khan, My Ad.
Welcome, Shah Rukh Khan!
He almost certainly has more devoted fans than any other movie star in the world.
Biggest movie star in the world.
Forbes have called him one of the biggest movie stars in the world.
We helped small businesses by making Shah Rukh Khan, the world's biggest movie star, their brand ambassador.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले फैशन और एम्पोरियम से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। सिद्धि विनायक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन खरीदकर धमाकेदार सेल्फी पोस्ट करना।
क्या कर रहे हो? मीठा लाए कि नहीं?
We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
आप भी ना अपने पास वाली चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। रॉयल फैशन से ही, एमके क्लॉथ्स से ही, पास वाली लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग।
Different versions of the same ad with local store names were targeted as per the PIN code of the viewer, showing them only the nearby stores. But it is impossible to cover all the stores. So we gave the power to the people to create their own version of Shah Rukh Khan, My Ad. Any small business owner could promote their stores through their own social media networks like WhatsApp forwards and other social media pages.
It is Shah Rukh Khan selling your store, man. If you're a small-time retailer or a merchant, what an amazing thing to have.
Cadbury ad is an ad campaign that has gone viral.
A new ad which stars Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan is winning hearts all over social media.
And what we are learning is that over 1 lakh local stores have already created their own ad with Shah Rukh as a brand ambassador.
दुकानों के नाम पूरी सेलिब्रेशंस के दिवाली एड में शामिल हैं।
सपने में भी नहीं सोचा था कि शाहरुख खान मेरे दुकान का ऐड करेगा।
Shah Rukh Khan, My Ad.
So what happened? Shah Rukh Khan in scene 1 of this ad, Shah Rukh Khan was saying that इस पास वाले फैशन ब्रांड से ही शॉपिंग करे। तो उन्होंने एक क्लोथ का एम्पोरियम का नाम लिया, उसके बाद उन्होंने सेल्फी के लिए एक मोबाइल जहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का नाम ले सकते हैं उसका नाम लिया, एंड देन स्वीट्स के लिए डेफिनेटली कैडबरी वाज देयर। सो पीपल हैड द लिबर्टी टू चेंज द नेम ऑफ the fashion brand and the electronics store. And then they gave this power to people that this is the ad, and there was a vacuum, some words which were changeable, like the name of the fashion brand and the name of the electronic shop. So people put the name of their own shops, and for every person who customized it, a separate ad was created, which was downloadable and shareable. So people had this power of Shah Rukh Khan representing their brand and doing an advertisement for them, which was absolutely amazing. So how it happened, we heard that machine learning gave the power, through the power of machine learning. Now see, it's not only about changing the words, because we have seen many e-advertisements and many e-greeting cards coming which says that aap is link pe jaake you change your name, you change your customized message, and then it will generate a card with your name. If it would have been a infographics, if it would have been a message, it was very easy to do it. But since it's Shah Rukh Khan's face also, and suppose when he's saying Ramu Bhaiya ki dukaan, or he's saying Lakshmi Narayan, so lip movement will change, so face movement will change, lip sync will change, the wordings will change. So machine learning, what machine learning did, captured his face basis few samples which must have been fed in. Now if any time the name of the shop would change, his voice has to be cloned, because he made the ad for one specific sample. Now every time his voice has to be cloned for a different brand, because he's not going to do 1 lakh ads for people. Secondly, his face, according to the word, his face and lips movement has to be changed. So all that was done using computer vision and NLP. So we saw the power of machine learning. So that's a beautiful concept that has been given to introduce the concept. It says what is machine learning, what are its purpose. Now in this book, this chapter is being divided into 4 periods. So if you were to do this chapter as a teacher, so it is suggested that you do it in 4 periods. And for under the resource section, you are being given 4 classroom presentations. So every time you do one part of the chapter, you pick a one presentation and start from there. So after doing the lecture, you could share enable for students. It means if you want students also who have SuperTeacher app to see the presentation at home, so you could enable for students. So after you have dealt it in the class, you enable it for students so that they also have access to similar presentation and they can see at home. Now I'll go to these presentations one by one, and we will see the important ingredients, that how would you touch upon different concepts. If there is any issue so far in understanding what is NLP and what power it brings to an AI powered machine, please put your queries in the chat window and I can always repeat it for you. Now, this is the first chapter. First chapter is about your concept of NLP and understanding what is natural language processing, understanding real life applications, and explaining the 5 key stages of how computer process human languages, and what is the difference between a natural language and a computer language. So if we go very beautifully, a 35-minute breakup of the lesson is also given, that you first show 4-minute Shah Rukh Khan advertisement, then you talk about real of like application, and then it has given the breakup. So we are not going to have 35 minutes to do it, because we have to do 4 chapters in a duration of 1 hour. I would say now 35 minutes from now. So I will be little faster in doing that. So as I said, to arouse curiosity about NLP, you can start with this ad campaign, then you come to real life examples. So we all nowadays, like for example, I also have an Alexa by my side. So I say, hey Alexa, can you play Ganesh Aarti for me?
Ganesh Aarti by Shalini Sharma from Sonia Spotify.
So see, it heard me, and then Alexa, stop. So Alexa is able to take my commands from me, convert those into actions. So what is happening? If it's first a listening, then diagnosing what I'm saying. I can always speak in Hindi also. Let me try. Alexa, क्या तुम मेरे लिए हिंदी में आरती बजा सकती हो गणेश जी की?
I couldn't find any Hindi Aarti Ganesh songs on Spotify.
Alexa, क्या तुम हिंदी में कोई भी आरती बजा सकती हो?
आरती कुंज बिहारी की, कृष्ण जी की आरती, हिंदी रेडियो from Sonia Spotify.
Alexa, stop. So Alexa हिंदी में भी सुनती है, English में भी, even we can set now regional languages also. So the part is it's not only listening. सुनने के बाद उसको it is going to dissect what I am saying, interpret what is the meaning of these words. For example, I want to say that today I'm feeling very light, and on the other hand I'll say I want to carry a light luggage on this travel. Or we'll say the lights of this room are not perfect. So the word light has different meaning in different context. So the word remains same, but the use in different context becomes different. कहीं पर उसका मतलब वजन से है, कहीं पर उसका मतलब रोशनी से है, और कहीं पर उसका मतलब कि यू आर फीलिंग वेरी लाइट मीन्स आपने अपने expressions thoughts share कर लिए, so you are feeling very relaxed. So word is same, but it has different meanings in terms of English when it is used. But the way you convey it to a chatbot or to a AI powered machine, it is definitely going to use it in that context. In human languages तो हमें समझ में आता है what is being said in what context. But for making a machine to understand that, it's very difficult. For example, if I say, are you pulling my leg? So we all know that it's a phrase which is being used to tease somebody. But if you say to a machine, can you pull my leg, it means to be it meant to be a physical exercise also. It can take it in the form of a phrase also. To make machine all of this clear, it's a humongous job. So how does actually machine does that? How machine actually listens to our instruction, how machine actually understand to the core that what we are trying to ask. So the example on the screen talks about Siri, talks about Gemini, talks about Chat GPT. So all of these AI, digital assistants or AI bots, they understand human languages, and this feature is called natural language processing. Now, what is NLP? So I told you that the word of AI stands on 3 domains, and these 3 domains are data, computer vision, and natural language processing. So when it comes to natural language processing, it is very so दोनों चीजें आना चाहिए. Like अगर आप वॉइस टाइपिंग से बात कर रहे हैं किसी भी डिजिटल असिस्टेंट से, सो इट शुड बी एबल टू इंटरप्रेट योर स्पीच ऑल्सो. बट इफ यू आर टाइपिंग, for example, I go to Chat GPT and I say that, can you tell me how should I reduce my weight? So I'm typing. So written text को भी interpret करना आना और speech को भी interpret करना आना. That is NLP. So NLP says machine should be able to work with both kind of languages, whether it is put in the form of a speech or it is put in the form of a text. So the examples that we just saw are all possible because of NLP. Now, what does NLP does? NLP, working of NLP comprises of various steps, but it is basically, it says processing, it processes human languages like the way human communicate. And when we say processing, it means analyzing and understanding the language in a way that computer can work on it. Now, so the example that I gave of light, the same example is here also. She carried a light bag on a trip. The room was filled with bright light. He preferred to eat something light before a workout. So here the meaning of word light is referred in different contexts, not heavy, brightness, low in calories. As humans, we understand that in what situation, what is the correct meaning of the word. But for a computer to understand this, it is not simple, because it is that's not computer's natural language. It is in the way we humans speak. So for a machine to deal with the language the way we deal, it has to break it down into different parts. So what are those different parts? So language has a syntax, language has a vocabulary, language has a meaning. So the technical terminologies are syntax, lexicon, semantics, but it means sentence structure, vocabulary, and meaning. So how NLP work? When you say, hey Google, can you tell me what's the weather today? So the sentence is in natural languages. So first, what computer is going to do, it is first going to understand this sentence. So once it has understood it in English, it is going to then execute the action. So what is the action? To find about weather, and then it responds, it's 25 degrees centigrade and sunny outside. So this back and forth understanding, converting, and responding back in human language is because of NLP. Now we will see how actually computer does it. So ये पूरा process is called stages of natural language processing. For a computer to understand what is being said in a human language, then to execute it, and then to put it in a form human can understand, is a stage of natural language processing. The first stage is lexical. What happened in lexical? Suppose this is a step. It says Ria is eating an apple. So suppose a computer received this particular sentence. Now, what it is going to do is, in the lexical analysis, bases the your delimiter in a sentence. Here, the delimiter is space. So, bases the delimiter in the sentence, it breaks down them a larger chunk of words into smaller individual words. Each word is treated as a separate unit. So, lexical analysis may every sentence would be broken down into simpler words. Then the second step is syntactic analysis. Syntactic analysis check whether the um, sentence in use is grammatically correct or not, or is it, incorrect. For example, Ria eating is Ria an apple, and Ria is eating an apple. So it checks whether it checks the grammar rule and follows whether the structure of the sentence. Alexa, stop. Alexa, Alexa, stop. Alexa, shut down. So it heard something that it is not following, so it started to follow. So it checks if the sentence is grammatically correct. For example, eating is Ria an apple is incorrect, and Ria is eating an apple. So basically, structure checking happens in syntactic analysis. Stage 3 is semantic analysis. Stage 3 ensures that the sentence is sensible. For example, Ria is eating a phone. It's an incorrect sentence, but Ria is eating an apple is correct. So that's stage 3, semantic analysis. Fourth is discourse integration. It checks how the sentences are interlinked. For example, Ria is eating an apple. She is hungry. So in the second sentence, she refers for Ria. But if you write she is very intelligent, there the word she is unknown. We don't know for whom it is being said. So it sees the connection between the related sentences. That's discourse integration. Pragmatic analysis, if something is said with humor, or if something is in real life a phrase, if something in real life, जैसे हिंदी में कोई लोकोक्ति है, कोई मुहावरा है, कोई कहावत है, तो अगर उसको एनालाइज करना है तो दैट इज कॉल्ड pragmatic analysis. For example, relax, I am just pulling your leg. It means he's just joking. It does not mean that he's pulling his actual leg. So the computer learns that the speaker intends to crack a joke, not actually putting someone's leg. So this kind of analysis is called pragmatic analysis. Now, summary of natural language stage. We just understood that there are 5 stages. First is lexical. In lexical, a big sentence is broken down into smaller words. Then syntactic, it checks whether the flow is grammatically correct or not, flow of the sentence. Third, whether the sentence makes some sense or not. Fourth, it checks the interconnectivity and dependency of the sentences. And fifth, it checks for the sarcasm, or, as I said, उसमें कोई phrasal verbs use हुए हैं, कोई मुहावरे हैं, लोकोक्तियां हैं, all that is being analyzed during pragmatic analysis. Now, this is chapter 1, which is over. Chapter 1 talked about in first 35 minutes of period, you are going to talk to them what is NLP. You are going to show them that ad. You are going to take real life examples like use of Alexa, Siri, or Cortana. You could give a live demo using anyone. You can, in the classroom, if you carry phone, you can give a command to your assistant on phone. Hey, Google, can you tell the temperature? Or you can say, if you are an iPhone user, hey, Siri, can you tell me the temperature of the day? So
you'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
So my Siri heard why I gave the command. So it says me to first unlock my phone, and I'll do that, and then it will give me the output.
You'll need to turn on the...
Hey Siri, what is the day today? So it's showing on the screen. Siri, can you say it louder? What is the day for day today? So since I put it in meeting mode, airplane mode, so it says that it's showing on the screen, but it is not showing speaking. So I'll just try once again. Hey Siri, can you tell what is the day today? Can you speak it out? Okay, so I think I have disabled that setting of speaking for it. It's showing on the screen. If you want to check, hey Siri, can you tell the weather in Delhi? So it's showing on screen. If you could see from the camera, Alexa, stop. So it's showing on the screen, New Delhi, the time and the weather, but it's not speaking because I have to. Siri, Siri, stop. Hey, Siri, stop. So you can see, just to give you demo, I enabled all the devices around me. So they listen very promptly, and then they analyze things and they catch commands. So you can also give in the classroom, give demo of whatever devices available to you. And these are the 5 stages: lexical, semantic, syntax, discourse, and pragmatic. So before I move on to the second chapter, this is the homework which is suggested you can give to children. Think of the 3 apps that you have seen where they understand languages, and if you have used any one of them, then for what purpose, and how does it use NLP. So this is where you can, give them an homework. So for example, I show you another interesting thing. So for example, I go to this app. So this is suno.com, and I have an option to create my own song here, and I write here. So I go to create, I click on create. It allows you for free to create some of the songs. So I'll just close this one and create one in front of you. Okay, so it says create your own song. So I'm saying, give me a song on colors to make my class learn about different colors. My class, I'm putting class 1 so that it is known that they are young children, and I say create. So the moment I say create, okay, I'm just writing here again. I created this in one more session. This was about fruit. I played for you. It always give you 4 options to choose from.
Apples are red, they crunch so sweet. Bananas are yellow, the perfect treat. Orange is brown with juice inside.
Now this is about fruits. So I, for example, I say a song on colors for 5 years old. And then I say that country, if I want to add, so I say India. Then for example, female voice agar mujhe chahiye, so I can put that. If I have my lyrics, I can say lyrics, else I leave it to AI. And then I say create. It is creating 4 options again. And I'll have the choice to choose from. Now, this is a very powerful example of NLP because it is understanding your language first, that you want a song, then for what age group, then female, I said, so it will play in female voice. And then it is understanding that you want a song for children to understand colors. See what beautiful perspective it has picked up for rainbow.
Red like fire, bright and bold. Orange.
Let's see another example.
Red like fire, bold and bright. Orange glowing morning light. Yellow sun that warms the sky.
So you could choose, you have various options. If you say no British accent, you select, your this thing, more options here, because I can still see if I say traditional, and even if I remove this rock, because I don't want rock, female vocals is fine, and I say traditional, and I try creating again. So so it will again change, but in a free option I have limited to create for a day. So I can create, I think, 5 songs. So you can check these are again beautiful options. So we will not waste more time on it, but I just wanted to say that it is a excellent example of NLP, how computer understand human languages in different tools and then execute the command.
Red like the apple,
So you
sweet and
you can check
round.
these at your leisure. So I'll just close it and we will move on to the next option. So this is first chapter that is being given. So this in the book says this chapter topic has to be divided into 4 chapters. So we have done with the first one. Now I go to the second presentation. Second presentation talks about the use of NLP for chatbots. Now, what are chatbots and how do they process text? So, can you tell me what are 2 types of chatbots that you have seen on attached to any website? कभी अगर आपने किसी वेबसाइट के साथ चैटबॉट अटैच देखा हो तो वो कैसा होता है? लेट मी जस्ट ट्राई. आई एम नॉट श्योर वेदर आई गेट दैट और नॉट. Let me just try. For example, if I am writing here Microsoft support. Okay, so let me just see. So this is where we are. It says, how can we help you? So this is something like it is asking me for help. So it's a text-based engine. For example, I say AMC. So whatever it understood about maintenance, annual maintenance contract, it brought me here. I would just see another example where I can show you a good chatbot. Okay, so I go to Gemini and I ask it, suggest me. Now see, here also I'm typing, this is also an example of AI. 5 websites which have chatbots attached to it. In case you know any examples, please put it in the chat window. We can check those also. Okay, so for example, let's open this one, Amazon.com, and then let's open this one. So it says that so Amazon website has an assistant for you to assist in the shopping. Similarly, it says that H&M virtual assistant on product pages and help center to answer question. So it says to about help center. Let me just check. For example, do I have help section here? Ladies, let me just explore it myself. So we will close this, and we will come here and we will click on the home page. Okay. For example, I go here, customer service. Okay. Now see, here some of the chatbot, some of the websites give you a text box sort of where you can, do certain things. So here, let's come back to this example. I'll pull out a website if it comes to my memory. There were a couple of those. Even when you go to pay some bill or something nowadays, you have chatbots which ask you certain questions, and if it has answer, you have to select answer from 2 to 3 options: yes, maybe, no, or you would like to talk to our customer service executive. Those kind of bots are called scripted bots. So what I was trying to show you, one example of a scripting bot and another example of a smart bot. What is the difference between a smart bot and a scripted bot? So first, they have, in the chapter, they have given the recap of the previous chapter, that how a natural language is being processed. It is broken down into sentence and word, which is lexical analysis, then syntactical, then semantic, then discourse integration, and then pragmatic analysis. After that, they have said, what is chatbot? Chatbot is an AI powered program that simulates human like conversation through text and voice. Acha, I give you one good example. This is called cookie.ai. Similarly, there is one more. So if you go to cookie.ai, you would see that there is a chatbot you can talk to. So it says, hi, I am Cookie. So let's chat to it. And once you log in, you can even do, voice chatting also, but I'll just do text chatting. So it would start. So it's asking me to create an account because this is some age appropriate thing. So I would first select my email ID to sign in into this. So I have created a separate ID to sign in into all third-party apps. We have PD starts for professional development. I would recommend everybody, when you sign in into multiple third-party apps, create an ID which you do not use for your personal usage or bank linkages, etc. Now my account has been set and I'll start chatting. So you would feel that it's due human-like conversation. I can even do voice conversation. So I'll say, hi, how are you? So in the free version for voice, I have limited. So it says that, hi there, I'm Cookie, a friendly AI chatbot. So I'm saying that I am feeling little depressed today. So I'm just purposely doing some spelling mistakes and all. So then here you understand an AI is AI and a human being is. I thought you were, I wasn't completely sure about it. How did they make it? So I said they did. So you can understand how it is interpreting. So very, I would rate this chatbot maybe 1 on 5. But this is I was trying to just give you a concept that this is not a scripted bot. Had it been a scripted bot, for everything it will ask you to choose from 1 or 2 or 3 options. For example, if you go to Microsoft support site, it would ask you, you are looking a support for laptop, desktop, software. So you select one option. Then, for example, you select laptop. It will ask that you bought it from, it is in AMC or it is out of AMC. Suppose I select it is in AMC. Then it will ask me to enter my PIN code and redirect me to a page. So that kind of bot is scripted bot, which as you can see here also, like if you are asking, it is give you 3 options to choose from, and every time you choose an option, basis that it moves to the next step. While an AI, which is Amazon chatbot, Uber's chatbot, Swiggy chatbot. So अभी अगर आप ओला या उबर पे कोई कैब बुक करते हैं और ड्राइवर कैंसिल कर देता है एंड यू आस्क फॉर अ रिफंड एंड you go to activity and you claim a refund, then it ask you help me with something, then it shows you option, you choose one option, then it shows another list of options. So these kind of bots are scripted bots where the actions are scripted already. On the other hand, what is a smart bot like Cookie, Google Assistant, Siri, Cortana, which takes your input, process it, and then gives you output. I hope now the difference is clear. Scriptbot is easy to make because it's a set of if-else rules which people can program. This is pre-programmed. It has very less database. It requires very little or no language processing skill. It has limited functionality because at the end of the day, people have to choose from limited options. SmartBot is flexible and powerful. It requires huge database to train it from. It learns from more data. It requires deeper coding for implementation, and it offers wide variety of functionalities. So that's the difference. Now, see, cookies are an example given here also, but I did not find it so great. It was not understanding my language deeply. So it says there are other options, Clever Bot. Then you have Masswork at 80, Singlet. So you can try. These are given in the book. You can ask children to try in the homework and come back and share their experience. Now, the concept that these bots are using to understand human languages called text processing. Corpus is a collection of text or written material that is being used for analysis. So जिसको NLP model analyze karta, we call that as a corpus. Now, corpus can be of multiple data sentences, corpus could be of multiple documents, corpus could be of multiple lines. So it says the goal is to make text more, jo bhi us corpus mein text hai, we have to first normalize it. So that the step of normalizing the text is called text normalization, and there are multiple steps involved in it. First is sentence segmentation. We will see one by one. Sentence segmentation mein, if there are multiple sentences, they are separated. So for example, if this is a particular paragraph, so it has two sentences, so two separate sentences are being separated. Sentence segmentation segregates the sentences. After that, next sentence process tokenization. From each sentence, the words, numbers, special character, everything gets segregated and put in an array. Now this is called tokens. Every single word of the sentence is called as a token. So but remember here, if there are duplicate words, so duplicates words will be taken out later on, they will be filtered, but at this stage of token, they are just extracted. So for example, this we can be 2 to 3 times also here, but when we move to next step, the duplicate tokens will be then removed. It says stop words and stop character and number. This is third step where we remove stop words, stop character and number. It says in the corpus, there are some stop words. So corpus is what? Corpus is collection of all sentences, all the material. So some of the words are there which are added to bring grammar structure to the sentence, but it actually doesn't contribute significantly to the meaning. For example, a, n, and, are, as, for. So these words, these are stop words, and then these are special symbols. So the third step says these are identified and they are put separately out of this corpus. Then we convert the common verb. For example, if in a particular paragraph or a piece of text, help is written in 5 ways. This is second one is a spelling error. In the first word, all capital. Third one, 3 letters capital, 1 small. Fourth one's first small, then remaining capital. So people could write help in multiple ways. So what it does is, if there is a word which is existing multiple times, but its cases are different, it will convert them all 6 forms of help into this lowercase form, so that when machine filters the duplicated word, it is treated as one word. So all 6 forms of the word could be converted to lowercase, and then machine would treat them as same word. So abhi tak we have seen 3 steps. One step is segregating paragraphs, so which is sentence segmentation, breaking a bigger paragraph into smaller sentences. Tokenization, breaking each sentence into smaller words. Then identifying stop words, special characters and numbers, and keeping them separate. then converting the multiple existence of a word in multiple case to a common case. Then the next step is stemming. Stemming is a process of reducing words to their root word by removing affixes. So for example, kahin healed likha hai to aap heal likhenge, healing, heal. So what it does, it converts them to its base word by removing affixes. Now, when this concept was introduced, it was realized that when you remove affixes, from the words, some of the words may lose their meaning. Here, just see the word studies. If you remove es from studies, it loses its meaning. Sudi is no word. So what they did is they introduced another step called lemmatization. Lemmatization is a process of reducing a word to its base form while ensuring the word still retains its meaning. So while you remove es from studies, a y was put under lemmatization. So lemmatization is done after stemming. So if in stemming, after removing affixes, a word is losing its meaning and is not making any sense, then it is being converted into a word that makes sense into its base form. So lemmatization is a process of reducing a word to its base form, known as lemma, while ensuring that the word still remain its meaning. So while you removed es from studies, studi was not making any sense in the previous step, but here it is being made study instead of sutdi. So it says that after removing the suffix, study goes to lemmatization steps, which ensures that if in stemming any word was tempered and was not meaningful, that's converted into a meaningful word. Now this is the difference of stemming versus lemmatization. For example, if there is a word called healing, so after stemming and after lemmatization, it will remain heal. But if the word was studies, after stemming, it became study, and after lemmatization, it became study. So the word was corrected to make sound. I hope the difference is clear. Now, the second chapter, recapitulation, is on your screen. We understood the difference between scripted bots and smart bots. We understood how the text is being processed. So what is the text processing? Processing of text is to convert it in a form where machines can understand human like text, and it has various steps. So first step is normalization of text, and normalization has various steps like segmentation, tokenization, stop word removal, case conversion, stemming, and lemmatization. So these are all part of your text normalization. And text normalization हम क्यों करते हैं? To process the text. Process क्यों करते हैं text को? So that computer can understand the human language. So the homework here given was to try any of these chatbots. And what did you try? Are you happy with the output? Did you feel like a human or a robot? Like, to whom are you chatting? आपको कैसा लगा? जैसे कुकी से बात करके मुझे लगा कि I was talking to a robot, not to a human, because some of the answers were very senseless and it gave stupid answers. So I did not like that conversation. Similarly, children can have their own opinion. You can give them this in homework, that which chatbot did you try, which task you tried to ask its help for. So did you felt like a human like interaction or robot? And for everything they have to give their reason. So this was chapter 2. So we understood chapter 1 was about what is NLP, its examples and stages of NLP. Chapter 2 was about chatbot, and we understood there are two types of chatbot: smart bots and scripted bots. Bots are based on if else, and they hardly require any understanding of languages, while smart bots like Alexa, Siri, and Cortana, they require deep understanding of the language. And when they understand human language, they go through a process of called text normalization, which we understood. Now moving on to the third part of this chapter. So third part goes now little technical from here, and it would talk about in terms of algorithms. So how computer does it in the back end. Which language, by the way, computer understands? What is the natural language that computer understand? Computer की कौन सी routine भाषा है? Like my normal language could be Hindi and English. Our native language could be Punjabi. What is computer's native language? What language does it understand? Anybody, if you can put it in the chat window. Binary, excellent. So Gayatri ji and Harish ji, you both are correct. Ramya Devi ji, so everybody is on the same page. So computer's natural language is binary. Yes, you are correct in saying that. Now the challenge comes, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम इस रूम में हैं अभी और आपको फ्रेंच आती है और आई अंडरस्टैंड ओनली पंजाबी एंड वी टू हैव टू टॉक सो वी हैव स्टडीड दैट व्हाइल वी वर टीचिंग हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज टू आवर स्टूडेंट्स that the job of an interpreter or compiler is to convert the piece of code in high level language to machine language so that machine understand. So same way here we need to have some mechanism where whatever we are hearing in human language, machine can understand it in its own language, process it, and deliver it back in human language. And the process has to be very fast. Now, how does it do that? It says at the end of the day, we will understand the concept of bag of words, then term frequency, and then inverse document frequency, and calculate the difference between these values and understand their significance in understanding human languages. And then we will also see what are the limitations of natural language processing. So this chapter covers that part. Now, if you come down, it says let's revise. So in the previous chapter, we had done chatbot and text normalization steps. So teacher can revise that, and then we move to bag of words. Now, what is bag of words? We have heard a term called corpus in the previous chapter. So it says corpus is a collection of all the tokens in a piece of text. एक सेंटेंस अगर आपको मिला है काम करने के लिए, 2 डॉक्यूमेंट मिले हैं, 4 डॉक्यूमेंट मिले हैं, सो उसके अंदर जितने भी वर्ड का कॉर्पस है, दैट collection of word is called as corpus. Now here they have introduced a terms called bag of words. It says bag of words is a method in NLP used to convert text into numerical data. Since we understand that computer understand zeros and ones and binaries, so here it's a two-step process. First, the text will be converted to a numeric value, and then its frequency will be counted of each word in the corpus, and then from that numerical value, it will be converted to binary. So, to explain you, suppose this is the paragraph. It says, I love this movie. It's sweet, but it's sarcastic, but with sarcastic humor. The dialogue is great and the adventure scenes are fun. Now, this was given. So what was done is this each sentence was broken into a token. So पहले sentence में 4 words है, I love this movie. So 4 words हो गए. Second में it's sweet but with with humor. There is a word before that. The dialogue is great and the adventure scenes are fun. It manages to be whimsical and romantic while laughing at the conventions of the fairy tale genie. I would recommend it too. So the word it has come many times. Word a has come many times. Now this side, from the bag of words, the words are being written and their frequency is written. So what is the purpose of it in natural language processing? It says the steps are such that, let us understand step by step process. It says take this example. Now let us understand each step in detail with example. Collect data and pre-process it. So what is the data? Let's say these are the 3 sentences which are being given as input. Aman and Avni are stressed. Aman went to a therapist. Avni went to download a health chatbot. After applying text normalization, the sentences were broken into tokens. So the tokens in the first sentence are Aman. As I said, each token will be transferred to an array. So Aman and Avni are stressed. The first sentence is broken down into 5 tokens. Then come the second sentence. It is broken down again into 5 tokens. The third sentence is broken down into 7 tokens. Now we are going to create a dictionary. When we are going to create a dictionary out of these words, each token will be added only once, because डिक्शनरी में कोई डुप्लीकेट वर्ड्स नहीं होते. डिक्शनरी में ऑलवेज देयर आर यूनिक वर्ड्स. So moment you have put in these first words, Aman and Avni are stressed. Then you move to the next line. Aman is repeated. It was dropped. Then you come to went. Then 2A. 2A is given here. Therapist is being taken here. So we started after went. We came this way. So we are moving in the array. Look at the arrow. I'm moving this way, and this way then. So after went, we went to to, and then we went to a, then therapist. Again, Avni is repeated, we dropped it. Went is repeated, we dropped it. To is repeated, we dropped it. So we came to chatbot, healthy download, health download. So these are the unique words which are being put up in the dictionary. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to create a document vector. It says, this is sentence number, creating a document vector. Now, how do we create a document vector? In this step, we use the dictionary as the header row of the table for each document, and we create a vector by checking the presence of each word from the dictionary. If a word is present in the document, mark it with 1. So, for example, Aman and Avni, these words are present in first sentence. So we mark these words are 1. These were absent in the first, second and first sentence. These words were absent. Isko humne 0 kar diya. Now we repeat the same for other two documents. They are using the word document 1, 2, 3. I am saying, I'm considering it as sentence 1, 2, 3. So the way you want to treat it. So basis first document, if the first document has only this line, Aman and Avni are stressed. So ये सब 1 है. बाकी दोनों sentences 0 है document 1 में. And when you open document 2 had this word, Aman went to a therapist. So Aman के नीचे एक 1 है, उसके बाद ये सब 0 है. Went to a therapist, इधर 1 है. These words are missing, this is 0. Now the third one was Avni went to have a health chatbot. So Avni पर 1 है, went to a 1 है, download health chatbot, these are 1. So remaining words are missing, so this is 0. So this particular thing is called document vector. So ये अभी document vector एक example दिया है. When you teach it in the classroom, you can give them 3 different documents with 3 different sentences and ask them to create their own document vector. Now, finally, give us a document vector table for our corpus using the bag of words model. While this approach captures how frequently each word appears, it does not consider how important a word is across different documents. To overcome this limitation, we move to final step, which is applying TF minus IDF. Now, what is TF minus IDF? We will just see. It says now suppose you have 10 documents, each on different topic, like one on women empowerment, another one on unemployment, and so on. Words like air and pollution may not appear in all document, but words like is, the, and probably will appear in all documents. So these commonly occurring words are called stop words. So भी हमने पिछले chapter में भी देखा था what are stop words which do not add great value, but for grammar structure it is important to have them. So say while they help make sentences grammatically correct for humans, they do not carry useful information for machines. That's why they are being removed at the pre-processing stage. Now we pilot the concurrence of word versus their values. So this is occurrence of a particular word and what value do they really add? Are they stop words? Are they frequent words? Are they rare or valuable words? So words with moderate frequency have some value. These are often related to document's topic and help provide context. These are called frequent words. Words with low frequency across the corpus have highest value. For example, in the previous sentence, it was written, Avni downloaded a health chatbot. Now, chatbot and health has just 1 frequency. So they are rare word. You can't drop them because otherwise the sentence meaning will be lost. So it says word with lower frequency across the corpus have highest value. And these are called rare words. And they are often topic specific and help distinguish one document from the other. Now TF, term frequency, and IDF explained. Now what is the meaning of IDF? Inverse document frequency. It says in our document vector table, which we created using the bag of words, we have already noted the frequency of each word in the document. So for example, went was present in document 2 and document 3. And those numbers are what we call term frequency. So ये सब term frequency है. Now you come here, document frequency is the number of documents in which the word appears. It doesn't matter how many times it appears. in each one. For example, here Aman एक ही बार दो बार आ रहा है, so Aman की frequency 2, and की 1, Avni की 1, Avni ki 2, because it is also coming 2, R is coming 1 time, stressed is coming 1 time, so vent is coming 2 times. So these are the, agar frequency jitne document mein aa rahi hai, that you would put in the inverse document frequency. Now to calculate inverse document frequency, we first place the number of documents. So total number of documents कितने हैं? 3. So सब में numerator में documents आएगा, और then it says in the denominator, document frequency in the denominator and total number of documents in the numerator. So जितनी बार वो आ रहा है जितने document में, वो आपका denominator आएगा, और जो total number of documents है वो numerator आएगा. In our example we have 3 documents, so 3 top पर आएगा, और जितने documents में वो है, that is will come in the denominator. Now the formula here is, in our example we have 3 documents, so the IDF for each word becomes 3 by 2, 3 by 1, so 3 सब में आएगा, common है ऊपर, नीचे उसकी frequency आएगी. Finally the formula of TF ID DF, which is of any word W, becomes this multiplied by this. So here the log is being taken to base 10. So don't worry, you don't have to use the calculation. It says the table which will work out is given here. Once we calculate TF minus IDF, the words are finally converted into number. जैसे ही आपने इन दोनों टेबल को माइनस किया, so first table minus second table, then the value that has come is in numbers, and these numbers represent each word into each document. Since our data set is small, even common words like are and might still show a high value. And these, but as we include more documents, IDF value depends. IDF value gets adjusted, and the more common a word across the documents, the lower is its IDF. And hence that brings down the TF minus IDF score. I hope this is clear, how to make the IDF table and how to make the frequency table. And then you calculate their differences. It says why this wins, because now that we have understood TF and IDF work together, let's quickly summarize the main idea behind this. Words that appear in almost all documents and have high term frequency end up with low TF minus IDF values. These are usually stop words which do not add much value. For a word to get high TF minus IDF value, it should appear frequently in one document but rarely across the rest. This means it is not important for a particular document, not for common everywhere. These final TF minus IDF values help the computer figure out which words actually matter when we process natural language. The higher the value, the more the important the word is in the context of the document and the entire corpus. That's why the answer is built around the most valuable word. So this is just to explain you how the calculations are being done when a particular, how students will attend this question in board exams using log table. No, log tables se nahi karna hai. That's what they are saying, that when this kind of questions come, they should ideally be just asked to make these two tables with the help of an example. I don't think they will ask them to calculate the difference. If so, log table should be provided when they are being provided in the maths paper also, then why not here if it is needed? So I don't think that they need to learn the log values. Either they will be asked to create just the table, and if they have to find out the differences, then log table should be provided. Now, document classification. These type of the main uses of this is to classify the type of genre of a document. For example, if a document has lot many words related to suspense or horror, so you can decide, see what kind of document it is. If the document has a lot of words to do with education, you can decide this word document is for what purpose. It helps in predicting the topic for a corpus. Gmail mein, when you can predict the next word, so there it is used. Information retrieval system, it can stop word filtering. So these are common uses. Then this example is given for the students that how they can try, how Google make, understand natural languages, and the tool analyze the phrases and keywords. So this can be given as a homework for the students to try. Recap is the term bag of words, frequency, document vector, term frequency, and then inverse document frequency. It tells us how our words, how word is across all documents, and then the difference. The technique is used in search engines, spam filter, and topic classification. So this is the homework which is being given. I think this now they should be able to do. Okay, now let's coming to the last chapter. So as I said that the topic is divided into 4 chapters. So we will come back to the fourth topic of this chapter. Let's see the fourth presentation. Okay. So the first one is code-based and no code-based NLP tool. So we know that, nowadays various low-code platform and no-code platforms are available. So we can do natural language processing using those platforms also, and plus we can do it using Python APIs. We can use Orange data mining tool to perform an NLP project. Some real life applications of an NLP across the industries are also given in this chapter. So let's move ahead here. Now the best part is, for example, I go to ChatGPT and I give it a prompt. So just see, I say, I am a class 10th teacher. I need to teach my AI course students how an AI model understands natural language. I want them to have hands-on experience of creating an NLP model using no or low code platform. Can you give me a step-by-step process and suggest tool? Okay, by the time it says, I need to recommend some current, I should also mention platforms like, so first it is curating its own notes, and then it is thinking for 17 seconds. It says quick tool recommendation. It says pick one primary plus one annotation tool, no code model training and deployment, Hugging Face, auto train, auto NLP. अब यहाँ पर स्टेप दिया हुआ है. For example, if I upload a photo and I ask an AI model to caption it, so there is computer vision also and there is NLP also. For example, अगर आप एक यहाँ पर एक example दिया है कि without coding you can do this. Another one, see, monkey learn हमारी textbook में भी है. We will just see annotation labeling tool if you want students to label their own data set. Open source UI for text annotation. You could use this. The schools which have Google Cloud credits, they can try using this. Now it's a teaching plan which is being given. And how would you train the model? I'll come back to the chapter flow now. If you want to pick up any of the examples from here, if you feel your class can do this through Python or Scratch or with no code, a monkey code platform. So you can, these are multiple ways which are being given. So you can pick up the one which suits your requirement. It can even make a PPT for you. Now let's come here and see which no code platform is given here. It says code based or no code NLP tools. First one is a Python library for basic NLP tasks like tokenization and tagging. So हम NLP की library से NYTK is a library which can help you separate your tokens and can be used for tagging. SP Spark CY is a library of Python for advanced NLP tasks. So then in the no code, there is example of Monkey Learn, no code platform for text analysis that offer NLP tools for sentiment analysis. Okay, I showed this example the other day. I don't know whether anyone from here was there. So if I go to this AI model, you classify, and it says free text classification. And I am going here and I am saying, okay, let me just pull out a real-time form feedback for you. So these are basically examples which children can relate to. For example, you have done feedback from for anything from parents. So I'm just pulling out one feedback which we recently did, and then I'll give that data to this model for it to analyze the sentiments, and then we will see the power of NLP. Okay. And just go back and so from here, I pick up one feedback form. I'm sorry, it's taking more than a little longer. So okay, suppose I take this feedback form and I try to download its responses. So I say here on the responses, view responses tab, it's a feedback to an event, and I say download a copy. So I've downloaded this copy and I open this feedback form. Now I just open it and Now, for example, see now this is my Excel that has been opened. So what I do, I want to do sentiment analysis. So what I did is I picked up this feedback column and I said Control C. And I come here to this platform called You Classify and I say try online. I could even sign up to save my analysis. Whatever you want to analyze sentiment, or you want to analyze mood, or you want to understand text language. Let's say I do mood analysis, whether people are happy or not. I paste the feedback that I copied from there and I say classify. So it says 100% people were happy and nobody was upset about it. If I go from mood to in the feedback, because feedback was actually great. So if we go to sentiment and I paste the same text. Now, since this was from the column here, this is again 100% positive because my question for which I picked up the responses was what worked well. So definitely there are positive things. I'd say the things where we could improve. So I go to this one and I say things we could improve and I click here. I paste this and I say classify. Now here you would see it will be a mixed bag, some negative also, because some people said that uh, everything was good, no need of major improvement. That somebody said school could have hired a makeup artist, school could have taken another theme, program duration could have been smaller. So there were few negative feedbacks also. So that's why while it is doing classifying the text basis sentiments, when I posted the answers to how we can improve next time. So basis that feedback, this is taking a call. Now this is again NLP model. So same way here it is saying that teachers could show that with the example. Now let's come back here. It says you could how basis the syllabus requirement, Python library for basic NLP tasks like tokenizing or tagging can be taught. This we will see tomorrow when we'll see Python for AI. So I'll discuss these tomorrow. Monkey Learn is a no-code platform for text analysis. Then Orange Data Mining is another visual tool. So for example, how would you install this Orange Data Mining? The step-by-step option is given here, that if you want to give your students a hands-on experience. So this is given that we could give demo in the classroom using AI Orange Data Mining tool through a simple project. So it says you open this platform called Orange, go to options, then you go to add-ons, find text in the list and check the box and click on OK to install the package and then restart Orange to apply changes. Now you have got this text model to try. So here the scope is email classification. So they're saying ye jo text wala tool hai, what it does, it helps you to identify and classify whether a mail should go into spam, or a mail should go in inbox, or a mail should go in updates, or it should go in promotions. So that's the scope, like whether it says email classification, spam or not spam. And using Orange Data Mining tool, you are doing this. So it says that अभी आपने first step में क्या करना है, tool खोलने के बाद वहाँ text add in डालना है, and then we are trying to do how it does that. So it says that the first problem's scope is first define the problem. We need an AI model that can automatically detect whether an email message is spam or not spam based on the content of it. Now 4W canvas analysis, who is, aspect who, what, where, they, students learning AI natural processing. That's the context. What are they doing? They are building an AI model. Where are they building? They're doing it as a classroom project. Why are they doing? To understand AI. Now, the next step is data acquisition and exploration. It says we need to acquire the data set and import it into Orange Data Mining for further processing. Download the email classification data set. So, आपके पास कुछ 10-20 emails होनी चाहिए जब हम आप इसको कैसे कर सकते हैं, अपने मेल में से जाके प्रिंट करके, मेल में प्रिंट कमांड होता है, वहां से 5-7 मेल्स को डाउनलोड कर लीजिए एज पीडीएफ और उसको इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे अपलोड कर लीजिए। जब आप अपलोड करेंगे तो मेक श्योर, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई जस्ट शो यू, इफ आई गो टू आउटलुक यहाँ पर, सो दीज आर इजी टू फॉलो स्टेप्स। आई थिंक आप जब खुद ट्राई करेंगे तो यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट। आई ओपन एनी ऑफ माई मेल बॉक्स और उसमें से मैं कुछ कुछ मेल्स निकाल सकती हूँ, जैसे कुछ जंक में से निकाल सकती हूँ, कुछ स्पैम इसमें से प्रमोशन में से निकाल सकते हैं, कुछ अपडेट में से निकाल सकते हैं। सो जीमेल में इट्स इजी टू डू इट, बट सिंस आई हैव ओपनड आउटलुक आई शो you through this also. Let me open the desktop app, it will be faster. So I just opened the desktop app of Outlook. Okay, it is open now. So for example, आप sample कैसे निकालेंगे to train children to show, give this demo in the classroom. So once I'm on Outlook, okay, so for example, if I go here and I pick up from junk mail, so let's say I want 2-3 junk mails to upload or there. So आप junk mail की category में आके 1-2 mails को print कर लीजिए यहाँ पर। ऐसे ही आप अपने इनबॉक्स में से, अगर आप जीमेल में है तो प्रमोशन में से 1-2 मेल्स प्रिंट करके डाउनलोड कर लीजिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई वॉन्टेड दिस पर्टिकुलर mail, so I go here and I see if it's actually a junk mail or a spam mail. Then so this is the mail that I have with me. Now if I click here, I have an option to print, and when I print it, I can print it as a PDF and save it with me, the downloaded copy of this mail. So before you go to the class and you want to give children this demo, to train your AI, to give your AI email classifier, you need a couple of mails, and which has to be mix of spam, updates, promotion from Facebook, etc. So you print it, and on desktop, you can make a folder sample wherever you are downloading. So for example, here I say that this is my project, which I'm just now. So I'm saying email classifier. Fire NLP model. And in this folder, I can save all my examples of the mail. For example, here I'm saying this is sample 1 and this is spam. So same way, आप ऐसे मेल से बहुत सारे samples download कर सकते हैं, at least 10-12 of those. So वो करने के बाद आपको क्या करना है, as the steps is given here. In the book, it says download the email classification data set from the given line. या तो आप अपना बना लीजिए या इसमें एक सैम्पल दिया हुआ है, आप ये सैम्पल से भी ले सकते हैं। ओपन ऑरेंज डेटा माइनिंग टूल, क्लिक ऑन द फाइल विजिट इन द डेटा सेक्शन, लेफ्ट पैनल में यहाँ पर डबल क्लिक ऑन द फाइल विजिट एंड इन दी सोर्स सेक्शन यू कैन क्लिक ऑन दैट बटन, एंड जो डाउनलोड किया आपने डेटा सेट आप उसको अपलोड कर देंगे। सेट टाइप एंड रोल, देन उसके बाद यहाँ पर आपको टाइप कैटेगोरिकल सेट करना है, देन वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू सेट। उसके बाद आप you would go to the data exploration step. It says after training the data to the essential. So I'm not going into it. पहले मुझे orange actually open करके requisite libraries download करनी थी. So from screen by screen आप इसको follow कर सकते हैं. It's very easy to follow one step at a time अगर आप करेंगे. So under the data section you can drag the data. You can train the model. जब model train हो जाएगा, fourth step is modeling. आप connect the preprocessor widget to the bag of words, train the model, and after that you are going to evaluate आपका मॉडल ठीक चल रहा है कि नहीं। तो जो डेटा सेट आपने अपलोड किया था, सपोज उसके अंदर 10 मेल्स थी, 2 स्पैम, 2 प्रमोशन, सो जब आप इसको रन करेंगे एंड डिप्लॉय करेंगे, यू विल बी एबल टू सी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पर इधर अगर ध्यान से आप देखेंगे तो इट इज लेबलिंग द मेल्स, उस डेटा सेट में से कौन कौन सी मेल स्पैम है, नॉट स्पैम है, ये यहाँ पर लेबल हो गया। देयर वर 5-6 मेल्स इन दैट मेल बॉक्स, तो 5 मेल्स थी डेटा सेट में, उनको उसने लेबल कर दिया है कौन सी स्पैम है और कौन सी नॉन स्पैम है after deploying the model. So this, once you try on your own, you can follow the steps as given in the images, and then the classifier will be able to do this. Now, as a next step, what we have to do is we have to discuss students. ये एक example था that segregation of males as junk mail and not junk mail is in one example of NLP, where we saw that NLP engine is classifying the mails as spam or not spam. Same way, where do we use NLP model in real life? So it's a recapitulation. Voice assistants, auto captions, language translations, sentiment analysis, keyword extraction. So इसके लिए भी आप बच्चों को बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स दिखा सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप यूट्यूब पर जाते हैं जब, तो कोई यूट्यूब वीडियो, अगर आप उसके ऊपर ट्रांसक्रिप्शन या कैप्शंस ऑन करना चाहते हैं, तो दे आर ऑल्सो एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ NLP. So you can pick up any video. For example, I pick up this particular video. You click on subtitles. Here. आप सबटाइटल की लैंग्वेज भी चूज कर सकते हैं, हिंदी, इंग्लिश। इनफैक्ट जब आप पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन में भी किसी को प्रेजेंट करते हैं, सो आप वो एग्जाम्पल भी बच्चों को दिखा सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम in PowerPoint and I'm making a presentation and my audience is mix of Hindi and English. So I want that I should present it in English, but while I'm speaking, for the wider audience, the subtitles should come in Hindi. So when you present this, you go to slideshow mode. Here you have captions and subtitles. So I can do subtitle setting. I can say spoken language English, subtitle language Hindi. So I can do this. I can then say always use subtitle and play slideshow. So while I'm presenting this particular presentation, while I will be speaking in Hindi, but for the understanding of my audience, it will give subtitles in Hindi. Presentation is now. This was the last part of this chapter, the applications of applications of NLP. So just see that in the, I'll just open this for you and you can have a look at the last part of the chapter. And I give you 2 minutes to go through it. And then I will come back and take your queries. So here we discussed all of this: voice assistant, auto caption, language translation, sentiment analysis, and keyword extraction. When you ask ChatGPT to summarize a document, it does keyword abstraction. Now, if you go back to the SRK ad, you see how powerful is the language of power of NLP. Now, this is Career Connect, how NLP is used in real world. So translators, transcriptions, all of this can be done with the help of NLP. This is the recap of the chapter. Just give it a read and I'm here and I'll take your queries in next 2 minutes. Just give it a read. So the chapter, if I just recap the NLP chapter, it we started with the example with that Shah Rukh Khan ad of the Cadbury, and we saw the power of natural language processing and ability of computer vision also, where Shah Rukh Khan's face gestures were also changed basis what it was speaking. And then we went deep dive into NLP, what is natural language processing, what are its real life applications. So we discussed the role of chatbots, we discussed the role of personal digital assistants like Siri, Google Translator, and ChatGPT and all. And we then moved on to the technical terms, how it is being done in the backend. We saw various kind of analysis. We saw what are tokens. We saw the term bag of words. We saw the term corpus. We saw how it does the semantic analysis. So each chapter was step by step dealt. Then we saw the role of mathematics, how for easy conversion of human language into binary, it is first brought it into numbers, and then we saw those tables, frequency tables, and then we understood how it classifies the text. We then saw one practical example, which I ask you to try it yourself, the orange use of the tool which is used as a email classifier model, where it's given, so you could follow the step from as given in the textbook, and or maybe you can guide the students and they can do it on their own. So every any AI model follow these 5 steps, which is given in another chapter of the book. So the first step of an any AI model is first to define the project scope. So first step is scoping, second step is data acquisition and exploration, third step is modeling the data, then fourth is model evaluation and deployment. These are 4 steps of, these are 5 steps, 2 steps here are combined together. So basically, these are 5 steps of an AI project implementation cycle. So even if you forget the context of NLP, you implement any AI project, the first step is to define the scope of problem. Second is data acquisition, and then exploration means you clean the data, you provide the data, it narrows down the data by cleaning it, you model that data, you train the model on that data, you finally deploy it. Here the training part, after modeling, it will be like training and evaluating whether the model is trained perfectly or not, and then deploying it. So these are steps of any AI model, and then we are concluding the chapter with the application of NLP in real life. So I show you sentiment analysis through Classify. I showed you language translate auto caption through PowerPoint and in YouTube. We saw a voice assistant through Alexa. Language translation, we all know Google Translator can do it for you. Keyword extraction, though I showed you, but still I can show you one more example. For example, we create question papers with the help of ChatGPT. So what it does is we give some keywords to ChatGPT and say that, can you create a question paper? For example, I think I created a question paper. So I'm writing here EVS. So what I did, I uploaded the PDF of the chapters and I asked it to create a question paper. And then I asked that there should be questions on these important keywords. So I said, based on these 4 chapters, it then, created a paper for me. So these are the papers which I already created, and I gave it a keyword that in my paper, I want these topics to be tested. So that's what is the example of. So here you can see also the what prompt I gave. I said I want these kind of questions, and I gave important topics of the chapter, and I gave how many questions of each type. It gave me 4 sets because I asked 4 sets. I wanted some a higher order question. I wanted some application questions. So, for example, I wanted a question on beekeeping. I wanted a question on difference between 2 types of climate. So whatever keywords I gave, it created for me. So that's why this part is called as keyword extraction. So from a given text, that AI engines can summarize the document for you, take out some keywords, create new task basis those keywords. So this is actually the real life application of NLP. I hope you are clear with what is natural language processing, how does it work, and see one more example. Okay, one last example, which is can be powerful if you For example, I'm saying it today, we learned, just read the prompt. Now, let's see what it does. Let me know through chat window if you like the poem or not. So it's asking me, would you like me to make a rhyming version in couplets for easy recitation? So let me say yes. Rhyming, witty, and short. So I'm making quite a spelling error side, but it will understand. Says today we met NLP, machines that talk and think. They read our words, learn quicker than we blink. They clean the text, remove the pluff, tokenize STEM or grammar tough. From Siri to Alexa, they hear and reply. Chatbots and subtitles never dry. They translate, transcribe, so clever, so neat, but still can't grade homework or make chai sweet. How did you like the poem? Let me know through chat window if you have any concerns or questions on this topic. I'm here for next 3-4 minutes to take any queries that you have on this topic. So the chapter is this much only. And we have covered almost everything what was given in the chapter. Tomorrow we would do implementation of AI using Python, the next topic. And these 4 presentations are given here. And the entire chapter in a sequence is given in the book section, ebook section. So this lesson plans are also given, additional worksheets are also given. You could check if you want the additional worksheet and it's along with answer key, those are given here for this chapter. Additional worksheets means worksheets which are beyond the chapter में भी कुछ questions दिए, उसके अलावा these are additional worksheets which are given here. So you can check those. Thank you, Harishji. Thank you for your kind words. I see you all tomorrow then with another chapter, which is AI implementation using Python libraries. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you. In case you have any question, please put it in chat window. I'll answer that. Karthik, if there are no queries, then we can close the session.
Teacher.